Hi friends, welcome back to Star Story. It's Mrs. Beitler. So today we are going to reread the story that we read yesterday, okay? So as we read the story, we're gonna read it together, okay? So I'm gonna read some of the pages in the story, and then I'm gonna show you a page. You're gonna look at the illustration, right? That means the drawing. And you're gonna talk to your learning coach at home, or you can tell me what's going on in the story, okay? All right, so remember the title of our story is The Perfect Pet, and our author is Margie Palantini, and she wrote the words to the story. And our illustrator is Bruce Watley. He drew the pictures. So as I read, I'm gonna read, and then when I tell you it's your turn to tell me what's happening in the story, you go ahead and tell me, okay? All right, let's go. All right. Elizabeth really wanted a pet. Her parents really did not. They gave her a plant instead. Mind you, it was a very good-looking plant, as cactus plants go, and it had quite a prickly sense of humor. Elizabeth named it Caroline, which seemed to suit it just fine. It was absolutely no trouble, and it was a very good listener. Snuggling was a bit of a challenge. However, Elizabeth did manage a quick hug now and then. Elizabeth really did like the plant, but she still really wanted a pet, and she had a plan. Remember, the word plan means she had an idea, right? The element of surprise. So how about a horse? Huh? What? Who? Said father. Who, what, huh? Said mother. Okay, now it's gonna be your turn to tell me what's going on in the story. Okay, go ahead, tell me. I'm gonna give you some time. Tell me what's happening now in the story. Look at the picture and go ahead and tell me or your learning coach at home. Okay, so remember Elizabeth was saying how she would feed it carrots, and she thought the horse would be a perfect pet. Did her parents agree? No, they did not think a horse would be the perfect pet. All right, I'm gonna read, and then I'll let you know when it's your turn. Ready? Catch them off guard. What about a dog? Huh? What? Who? Said father as he stood in front of the mirror shaving. Who? What? Huh? Said mother, peeking from behind the shower curtain and dripping in soapy water. Okay, it's your turn to tell me about what's going on in the story. Remember, we just heard Elizabeth ask her parents if she could get a dog. So what's happening here in the picture? What did her parents say about getting a dog? Go ahead, you tell me or your learning coach at home. Okay, so remember Elizabeth wanted to take it for walks, right? Feed it treats. Did her parents think that a dog would be the perfect pet? No, remember they did not think it would be the perfect pet. Let's keep going. The full stomach. Burp. You know what would hit the spot right now? Asked Elizabeth. I'm thinking a cat. Huh? What? Who? Said father. Who, what, huh? Said mother. Okay, it's your turn. Tell me what's happening here in the story. Did Elizabeth's parents allow her to get a cat? Let's look at the picture. Why not? Why didn't she get that pet? Look at the picture. Tell me or your learning coach at home. Okay, So remember, Elizabeth's parents said no to the cat, right? She said he could lick plates, lay in her lap, drink milk. Parents said, no way. Mom sneezing. Dad said that the cat scratches. Right. Let's keep going. You guys are doing such a good job. Go for broke. How about a bird? Bunny, turtle, fish, guinea pig, rat, any, all? Take your pick, said Elizabeth. Her parents looked at each other. Nope, afraid not. Not quite. Too fishy. Don't even go there. What's left? Moaned Elizabeth. Doug. Elizabeth was thinking that she would never, ever find the really, really, really perfect pet when, what do you know? She really, really did. In fact, she almost stepped on it. Right there on her rug, a bug. Elizabeth picked him up. She held him in her hand, looked at him in the eyes. He wasn't too big. He most definitely was not too loud. He couldn't jump on the furniture, didn't scratch, didn't shed. And how much food could he possibly eat? He was the perfect pet. Caroline totally agreed. Okay, it's your turn to tell me what's happening in the story here. Do you remember what Elizabeth did for Doug? Go ahead and tell me or your learning coach at home. Okay, remember she made a corner in the room for Doug with her plant Caroline, and he's sunbathing, right? And he's got some food to eat over here. He looks like he's got a little house she made him. All right, let's keep going. As expected, their relationship was a tad different than the usual. Doug could not give Elizabeth a pony ride. She could not take him for a walk. He could not catch a ball or fetch, no matter how many times they practiced. And try as he might, Doug just couldn't get the hang of playing with string. But he was very helpful with homework. He always knew where to put a decimal or a period. And he loved snuggling up with Elizabeth each night for a story. What more could you ask for? He was perfect. Unsnugged. With all those crumbs and plenty of sun, Doug grew by leaps and bounds. He was one big, healthy bug. And then some. The only trouble is really came one Saturday morning many weeks later. Elizabeth's mother came into her bedroom to get the laundry, and there's a bug in that bed, she screamed. A bug, shouted Father, ready to swat. That's Doug, said Elizabeth, very protectively. He's my pet. Her parents looked at each other. Pet? Pet, said Elizabeth, just like you wanted. He's not big like a horse. He isn't loud like a dog. He doesn't jump on furniture, scratch, or shed, and he hardly eats a thing. But a bug? Asked Father. A bug? Repeated Mother. Doug, said Elizabeth, and he's perfect. Okay. Remember how the story ended? What were they doing? Go ahead and tell me in this part of the story. It's your turn to tell me what's going on in the illustration. Tell me or your learning coach. Go ahead. Remember, Doug got to stay with Elizabeth and her family. What were they eating together? Some popcorn. All right. All right, the end. So I want you to think really hard. What kind of pet do you think would be the perfect pet for you if you could choose one? Think, think, think. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed rereading The Perfect Pet with me today. I can't wait to see what our next star story is going to be, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye.